Introduction. Please note, this is not a word-for-word translation of the 1847 Prussian drill manual, but rather an adaptation translated into workable instructional English. All commands have been kept in the original German. Wherever possible, we have kept the original German terms so that those who would use this video may also more easily learn and use the correct period vocabulary. Part 1. School of the Soldier. Chapter 1. Ausbildung ohne Gewehr. Instruction without arms. Section 1. Stellung. Position. The Stellung of the Soldat is the foundation of the Richtung, alignment, the Wendungen, facings, and of the entire drill. It is to be noted that when translated, the language used in the PER section on Stellung mirrors that found in Lesson 1 of School of the Soldier in Hardy's Rifle and Light Infantry Tactics, found on page 5. The position of the Soldat is with heels on the same line as near each other as the conformation of the man will permit, the feet turned out equally and forming with each other something less than a right angle, the knees straight without stiffness, the body erect on the hips, inclining a little forward, the shoulders square and falling equally, the arms hanging naturally, the elbows near the body, the palm of the hand turned a little to the front, the head erect and square to the front without constraint, the chin near the stock without covering it. However, here the PER specifies the soldier's eyes are to be cast straight ahead and not hit the ground 15 paces forward, as is stated in Hardy's. The updated version of the PER contains the same explanations for this posture, which will not be covered here but can be found on page 6 of Hardy's as well. It is recommended that instructors periodically point out those standing in the correct Stellung so that the other Soldaten may learn from this example. From time to time, during instruction, the Soldaten will be allowed to rest, but until then, they must not be allowed to move around arbitrarily, pick something up off the ground, and still less to chat. To allow rest, the command is Ruht euch. Ruht euch. To call the Soldaten to attention, the command is Stillgestanden. Stillgestanden. It is a good practice to call the Soldaten to attention from time to time in order to observe and correct their Stellung. Section 2. Wendungen auf der Stelle. Facings. With all Wendungen, keep the left heel in its position with the weight of the body resting on it. Lift the front of the feet somewhat, picking up the right foot off the ground and setting it down after the completed Wendung. For the Halbwendung, the right or left face, the words rechts for right and links for left serve as a preparatory command for when the turn should occur. On the word which is quickly called out, complete the Wendung. The command is, for a right face, rechts rechts for a left face, links links The ganze Wendung, or about face, is preceded by the preparatory command indicating the Abteilung, or detachment, who will be executing the movement. In the case of a company, the command is Ganze Kompanie. Kehrt. Ganze Kompanie. Kehrt. On the command Kehrt, make the Wendung on the heel of the left foot and the ball of the right. After completing the Wendung, set the right foot at rest. To re-establish front, it is likewise necessary to use the indicated preparatory command. The command to re-establish front for a company is Ganze Kompanie, Front. Ganze Kompanie, Front. The execution is in the same manner described. The instructor will know that a recruit has advanced when he effects the correct Stellung with ease and retention. Section 3. Der Marsch. Marching. It must be noted that the purpose of marching is to gain ground while sparing the strength of the Soldaten. A perfect Marsch is obtained when both these goals are reached. Free, totally casual, erect posture must be maintained at all times, as has been described in the section on Stellung. For the Marsch and other movements, the designation of the Abteilung for whom the command is intended will serve as a preparatory command for the execution of that command. For instructional purposes, we will be demonstrating with a company. On the command, Kompanie, Marsch. Without swinging, bring the left foot forward 2 feet 4 inches, straightening the knee while setting the foot down on the ground and adjusting the upper body to rest its weight on the standing foot. As soon as the left foot is laid down completely flat, lift the right heel off the ground, draw the right leg forward with the tip of the foot close to, but without touching, the ground, and set the foot down at the same distance as the left. The Soldat continues to march in this way without crossing his legs, turning his shoulders, or taking his head out of the straight Richtung. To shorten the Schritt, or step, the command is Kurzgetreten. Kurzgetreten. To take up the common step, the command is Frei, weg. Frei, weg. To pause the Marsch, the command is Halt. Halt. The marching tempo is 108 paces per minute. To accelerate for a bayonet charge, the drummers will signal, and a faster pace of 120 steps per minute will be taken up. This, and any other movement in which an Abteilung must cover ground quickly, is executed at a trot, which must never degenerate into an outright run. It must never be used for long distances, so that the soldiers do not lose their breath. To march at the trot, the command is Marsch, Marsch. Marsch, Marsch. When covering considerable distance, it is desirable for the Soldaten to be allowed some relief. On the command, Ohne Tritt. Ohne Tritt. They may go to their comfort, but must remain in files and ranks. To resume the step, the command is Tritt gefasst. Tritt gefasst. Section 4. Das Schließen. The dress. To move a short distance to the right without changing front, one uses the Schließen. The command is Rex, schließt euch, Marsch. Rex, schließt euch, Marsch. Execution. Set the right foot off 1 step wide along the line with a stiff knee without stomping or standing firm. Raise the left foot quickly enough that the movements of both feet happen in the time span of 1 step. Body and shoulders remain forward and hands remain on the body. When dressing to the left side, the command is Links, schließt euch, Marsch. Links, schließt euch, Marsch. However, on the last word of the command, the men cast their eyes to the left and keep them there during the Schließen. On the command Halt, as soon as they are aligned on the left flank, the command is given Augen, rechts. Augen, Rex,